So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I started learning Japanese because I was just honestly sitting there thinking like, wait a second, why did I? Because that's what this entire YouTube channel is about. It's just about documenting stuff. Um, and I realized like I had already kind of forgotten. I was like thinking, okay, so where, anyways. So it's been about 3 months now. My Duolingo streak is like at 80 whatever, 83 or something. And so 3 months ago, actually before that, I mean, I had probably had very, very brief passing thoughts every now and then. Like, I feel like most people do, like, oh, that'd be cool to learn that language, this language, whatever, just really quickly, it comes into their mind and then, that's too hard. And they just forget about it, continue on with their day. But probably about maybe like a month and a half before I started, I can't quite remember now what specifically really made me realize, but I do know that I suddenly became a lot more interested in it. And I was kind of rationalizing with myself for a little while, going like, okay, you could do your school, your college, you could learn Japanese, you could really, start doing some of these things to better yourself. And I became kind of frustrated with myself because at this point really um I hadn't really done much in life, to be perfectly honest with you. And while this college that I had been enrolled in for, I don't know, like a few semesters at this point, I was doing a lot better in. I was taking it much more seriously than I had taken any schooling in God, ever, basically, essentially, I think. Uh, so I was happy about that, but I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I was still kind of, waiting till the last second, stuff like that. And I happened to watch a video by Three Clicks Philip, which is actually it's on his Clicks Philip channel, which is like his whatever. Three Clicks Philip is a CS:GO YouTuber. I really like his content. It's very. I honestly like the two clicks in the three in the two clicks in the Clicks Philip, which he has three channels. I like the two that aren't about CS:GO a lot. So I wanted to read that comment really quick. Dude, when I had already watched this video. It's called the hedonic hedonic treadmill comes for us all, and it's essentially about reward um reward systems with in your brain, and how to stay productive, how to really better your life. uh and I had watched it once and I was like, wow, this is insane advice. But I rewatched it again, and it it really affected me. It really did. At this point in time in my life, at this stage, with everything that, my current situation, which wasn't, bad per se, it was just the right video that I needed, the right video at the right time. So, here, I'll read the comment that I left. I watched this video a while back when it first came out, but since then I've started college, and I was just going through my important videos playlist on YouTube. That's a typo. And I decided to watch it again, and man, I really needed this. I've been so frustrated with myself. My entire life I've just been coasting through school, and even now, I know that I can do much more with this new online college I started, and it isn't hard. Still can't do it. I slip into the same hole that I've been in the past 13 years. For once in my life, I actually have aspirations. I want to work so I can buy a fun car. I want to fix my current car. I want to learn Japanese because I know this is my only chance because I actually have time. I want to work out. I want to move out of my parents' house. I want these things so incredibly bad it hurts. I'm capable of doing them all at once, but I'm too lazy to now just procrastinate out of everything. Thank you, Philip. Haven't cried in a very long time, but I think I needed it. So the comment gets a lot more. It gets better as it goes on. I'd say. And so yeah, I really just all of a sudden had. I felt like I had all these like aspirations, and it was crazy. It was something that I just really hadn't even felt in forever. So I just decided, okay, I mean this is it. I think very shortly after, it was, I don't remember exactly, but it might have been a couple days or something. Maybe like a week. I honestly can't remember. I began learning just with Duolingo, and then I did that for about 20 days, which it was mostly just me learning the characters, really getting them down, all the variations and the whatever, you get what I'm saying. Got all that down, and then I really started, going to the linguistics and all of the YouTube videos that everyone watches. Matt vs. Japan, Dogen, all of that type of stuff. And I guess this is also something that I wanted to mention, is I had probably been learning, or I had been exposed to Japanese for 5 years prior before, essentially. It was about 2016 to 2021, late 2021, is when I was being actively exposed to the language, just via, anime, VTubers, whatever, Japanese, just random Japanese videos, just stuff like that. So I was in a decent spot, thankfully. I wasn't just the people that just watched dubs all the time like a loser, or or just for some reason I just completely blocked it out. I was paying attention a decent amount, I had a good amount of phrases and daily life type of things, I had a lot of that already learned. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a crazy amount. It was literally just like, oh, I know what Ohio means. Oh, I know what wakatta, or daijoubu, just stuff like that, I mean, I guess that's basically everything, though. That was my. Right now, I guess this can also be a little quick update. I've been kind of. I guess the best word is. It's not stalled, it's not the best word, but slowed, I would say. Obviously, I still haven't missed a day. in my routine. Every day I do my Anki, I do my Duolingo. Uh, Anime is definitely getting harder just because, I wasn't even the biggest. When I first got into anime, obviously I was watching a ton, a ton, a ton, a ton, a ton, but I wasn't, I wasn't going like crazy or anything after that. So I'd kind of fallen out of it. So it's difficult for me to keep that up, my immersion up to where I'd like it to be. But I gotta download more shows, which I just did. I'm watching shows. I'll get there. It's only been 3 months. So, I guess there you go. Yeah.